This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people, uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going, the belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given, they're taken, and I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I can count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me. My mindset, my choices, my willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit, because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets. We talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise. So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
All right, what's the deal? What's the deal? What is the deal? We are live. Welcome. 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 How's everybody doing? Let's see everybody back. A little light here on the viewers. Let's get everybody to, let's fill it up. Let's fill it up. Let's get everybody to show up now. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about my shoulder. I'm going right after this. I got peptide therapy right after this. It's in pain. It's in pain. It rained over like the entire night, and like I don't know, when it rains, it like pulls extra. It like hurts extra. So it rained all night, and it was just like pulling. I don't know what it is. It's the pressure system is what it is. But yeah, I was in a lot of pain this morning. I woke up, I was like, ah. Well, right now I'm kind of like, I've walked it off. I've taken the kids to school, and I'm like kind of recovering. Recovering painaholic. Oh yeah. So that's where we're at with the shoulder. W shoulder. And daily. Took a 17 pip L last night in Asian. The trickle down of all trickle down sessions for Asian. The fucking thing just would not budge. We were right here, just up, down, up, down. This finally driving, nope. This finally driving, nope. Finally. Just a lot of trickle down. Trickle up, trickle down until after Asian. Asian closed and then the fucking thing started moving. Yeah, look at this shit. Once Asian closed, the shit took off. Boom, boom. Still moving. So let's mark up our levels. The 4 hour. 4 hour pretty much falls in line with the hourly here. Oh, close right at it. Look at that. This drive came from all the way up here. I kind of like how we're printing right now. This is a strong demand zone, right? A strong demand. Hold on, let me get all the zoomies in here. More people on Zoom. People at the Zoom door. Come in. Handful of you. Yeah, let's also check the news. And ain't shit going on. There's no red folders today. We got some orange shit, some Trump looking folders, but no red folders. So we won't focus on that. We do not care. It's kind of interesting though. This range is massive, right? Let's see. Maybe a closure above here for buys. Maybe a bearish closure at 32.95 for sells. Maybe a fake out at this area. Right, we've been heavily bearish here. Oh, but if we come up here, that would flip the hourly too. Wow, so this hourly has had a lot. The previous hourly's had a lot of movement. We wouldn't flip, we would break the previous hourly if we come up here. So currently, as we're coming up here, right? Not mine. Seeing this type of candle here. And then seeing this, okay? If you see this, we'll look for a retest of the lows. You got to be careful here because it typically is not immediately that same candle that brings you down here, and not the next candle. You'll typically want to retest these highs. So unless that next candle comes up and retest that high with its own top wick, you'll probably get some kind of range printed within this area before having this candle come down, right? And if it's a really heavy pull and a top wick here, right? then we're going to look to see if we can respect this area and start filling some of this range up. And when I say respect that area, I mean once we get that closure above, the market's going to try to break down and close below the range, right? If it tries to close below the range and fails, and we see something like this, right? Then we're looking for breaks of highs here to finish the range up. We'll look for this. Entry here. Hold on, let me let Benny in because he's been barking outside my door for the last 20 minutes. How can I help you, sir? Alrighty. Now we just wait for these things to print. I got the target 33.25. It's gonna push up. You got a target up here. Did you pray? Did that shit come to you in a dream? It's very ambitious of you. Next thing you know, we're at 33.25. Telling you, Wix. That is a lot. That is 330 pips up. I mean, we've seen that happen in a 5-minute candle, so maybe. Ah, damn. Yeah, this stream is sponsored by water. I don't know what kind of water, just liquid. Sponsored by liquidity. What's your shoulder? Don't ask. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. By the way, Top 1 Futures is now 55% off. 55% off. $55 on an instant funded account. That is crazy. Y'all save too much. Looks like the same shit you just drew minutes before. Yeah, we're waiting. Maybe some waiting here. Can you go over the Asian trade? Yes. So I had sells. This candle here made a top wick. This candle here made a top wick. So what it did was it made a low. Then it made this top wick. And then I had a sell stop here on the rebreak of the low. And it rebroke the low and started pushing back up. So I closed it here on a rebreak of the high, expecting it to push up. It pushed up a lot. Our initial stop was here. So we would have hit stops here. And so I closed it on the break of that high, which was, this was minus 17 pips here. Or what was it? We lost 17 pips here once it flipped bullish here. So it was minus 17, and then it came right back down, rebroke the low again. It formed this candle, and we took another sell here on the rebreak of the lows. I saw, wait, as the next candle made a top wick and then rebroke the lows, I saw about 17 pips. Those entry was on the flip actually. So we saw about 17 pips here again, and then it came back up, and again, I went break even here once we broke the lows. It hit a BE, and then the next candle again rebroke highs, and then it drove. I was just like, I was like, I don't know. It just kept trickling down. It would not drive. It would break the low and then pull back up, break the low, pull back up, and rebreak previous candle high. Then BE, then it drove. Yeah, then this candle hit BE, and then I said, fuck this. I went to do fireworks with my kids, and then the shit drove. And then I came back from fireworks, and then I had another sell stop right here because I didn't see any of this. I didn't see any of the drive. When I came home, I was like, oh, this shit fucking drove after taking me out. And then I had a sell stop right here. It never got activated. That candle never flipped. I mean, never rebroke the lows, just continued up. I went to bed. And then London said, well, this is everything you wished for in London. Well, I look 15 years younger? Yeah, bro. I get ID'd. I go to the store with my kids, and they think I'm the older brother. Yeah. Built the zoom door. So that was it. It was the bullish flip of this bearish candle here, a rebreak of its own high that I closed 17. Because once it did that from this support, like we could have rode up. It would have taken us out if we kept stops. So it was minus 17 instead of like minus 60. We just need one runner where we leave that bitch overnight while sleeping. We had plenty of those in April. I had like 4 or 5 of those in April alone of last year. It was wild. I've not been able to take advantage of too many runners. I had a few, like 50, 60 pips. We had like 4 or 5 runners over 100 pips last year. So this candle's coming up. Let's see if we get what we want. Let's see if it prints the way we drew. I'm very careful of this initial flip here. All right, we tap this area, and initial flip is typically not to drive because it's a really bullish candle. We'll typically retest some of this wick, refill some of this wick. Right, so I want some closures. What happens when Benny sees other dogs? They piss him off, so he pisses right where he's at, and then they scare the shit out of him, and he takes a massive shit. That's really what happens. First they piss him off, then they scare the shit out of him, and that's his bathroom session. Every time he walks outside, he'll bark at somebody, he'll go pee, and then like more dogs come out and he starts really getting aggressive, barking, and then he just poops right there. Like, that's what you think of them, Benny? You just gonna you gonna shit on this argument? He's really cute though. Like he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? But he's pretty cute. He hates other animals. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know what they did to him in his past life, but he hates all animals, but he loves all people. Problem is, all people are scared of him. No animals are scared of him. All the animals want to go play with him, and all the people are scared of him. But he loves all people. He just doesn't like animals. Benny. Benny, where you at? Hey. He's right by the door. He wants to go outside. He's laying down by the door in such a way where you can't, like, go through the door unless he goes. Opposite to him, love all animals, don't like people. I love everybody. Everybody. Go coming up here. Coming up. I don't have dogs, but yeah, in barn I have horses, cats, dogs, chickens. You got a barn? Yeah. What kind of farm you live on? Uncle's barn? Imagine this shit is not even on a farm. It's like middle of the city. It's got a horse in Times Square. Cops have that. Hi, everyone. Wow. What a comeback from the Knicks the other day, huh? How about them Knicks? Having horses is actually crazy. I mean, a lot, there's horses all over Florida. A lot of people have horses. Markets open, came and went. Strong support that we've tapped, but you see how when we've tapped the support here, we came back to bounce off it a few more times. I'd also expect a fill of this wick here at some point. I believe this needs to get filled. It's range that has not been refilled but has been created. This could get really interesting here. Thing is, this will close the 30 really bullish, right? But this 15 is giving you this wig bounced off resistance. If we can pull up, close maybe right at it. Next candle breaks the slow. It's a 50 pip stop. Let's see what happens. Maybe we get a top wick on the next candle. We don't break this high and then come back down. We get interesting here in 40 seconds. Let's see. This is interesting. First thing it's doing is coming down for this low. I was gonna say it's breaking that low. You want really an attempt to break up here, fail, and then break those lows. Bullish this 30 is. There's a lot of room to correct here as well. No buy stops on 30? Honestly, no, not until we're above here. For now, I'd rather form some kind of resistance here and come down, until we're above 32.97, 32.96. Exactly, Jay got it right. If it closes above 32.96, buys are definitely possible. If it doesn't, come down now. Well, it's making that bottom wick for the 30, right? To ride up. There's nothing you're telling me it's bounced off already to come down, except that 15 top wick. But then I'd want a top wick on this candle to show me that the 30 is not going to drive, right? We've made this bottom wick on a 30. Now we want it to flip, come up, but not drive. And then come back down. Then we can look for sells. Yeah, I would expect the lows to be retested still. But will they be retested after we pull up here, or do we just pull up for the day and then even tomorrow we come down and retest? Typically, you'd retest them before a drive up, so maybe not the ultimate low, but a part of the low right here for that shoulder, right? For that right shoulder. So I do like this break of the lows. I just don't like the fact that the 30 closed bullish and now we don't have a top wick, so this could flip bullish at any moment. Also, if it retests lows now, right, and then starts coming up, the buys will be simpler. Buys will get easier. Or if we form some kind of chop here right now, some kind of range, it'll get easier. Yeah, this isn't the 30 you want to take sells on, right? The wick here. Next thing you know, you're up here. If we retest lows now and the closure above, you mean if we just fill this wick down on a bottom wick and then flip bullish? Yeah, I'll be looking for buys if we're able to close above 32.96, yeah. That means we retested, we held, we pulled back up, bullish closure above the range. Yeah, we're looking for a bottom wick on the following candle and then a drive up. A lot will depend on the close. Will we close with a top wick? Will we close outside the range? Will we close after retesting the lows, or will we come up here first and then come back down, retest the lows? There's a lot of ways this can go. It just hasn't fallen in our lap yet. Right, because if we do what we did here previously, right? See how we closed here, pulled up on the next candle, and then came right back down, retested the lows. We even broke them and then came all the way back up. There it goes on the 15. Breaking the lows again. Oh man. 8:37 here. Give me a minute. Coming down. Oh, flip bullish. Flip bullish created a top wick, rebroke the lows. Yeah, I'm not looking for anything here. Not right now. I'm very weary of this reflip. First of all, you would need a rebreak of the lows, number one. Number two, this is very similar to what happened to us yesterday. Rebroke the lows, pulled down here after rebreaking highs. This is too choppy here, right? Right. This is a lot of arbitrary shit here. Nothing clear, nothing clean. There's no clean one candle drive. Right? We want to be in something like this here. We want some kind of range like this. We don't really want all this chop and all these wicks. So I'm a bit wary of the way it started re-breaking the lows there. No, and if anybody saw, did you guys see my reel from yesterday on Instagram where I talk about timing? Anybody see that? All right. Well, it wasn't just for content. This shit really meant something. Right? If we get this, you know, if we get the price action breaking highs here at 9:30 or 9:15 or 9:45, we're going to be in a much better position than we are on the break of this low into this chop at 8:45. Right? So, but now if we're able to grab these bottom wicks and it doesn't drive, or even if it does, right? But if now we've come down, we've made an attempt to come up, we see a level here that can, could be a shoulder. We see a level here that could bring us up. There's a level here, right? Any one of these levels, if we've come down, we've tapped, and we start to come back up and breaking the highs. If we're holding any one of these levels, these are all levels we could find a support at, right? Chop, a lot of chop here, right? So you might see this. I mean, we've seen this before plenty of times, right? And if that sets up, that's 9:30. That's 9:15. You're hopping into volume time with clean range here. If you start breaking highs, I mean, you're good to go. So timing matters, right? Let's not be caught in some fool's gold here. This is good. Like, you see you close bearish, but you close bearish respecting a minor level here. Like, we've seen this happen before, right? Where it's not a heavy push, and then if it's not a heavy push, but it just closes right at it, higher time frame. Bullish, if this breaks the highs here, this was just the bottom wick for the 30 to continue up. It's going to be a bullish hourly closure above the range. We'll see. So I think if we were able to set up there at 9:30, that would be great. But if we come down here, also amazing. We'll either bounce off this area for high volume time to come up, or we'll drive straight through. We'll get closures below. This is two arbitraries, 2 candles in a row, no really bearish or bullish price movement, just kind of stayed in the same area over the last half hour. But yeah, go watch yesterday's reel that I had on timing. By the way, join our Discord. It's free. The Discord is free, and it has 1,100 people in it. Let's get the shit to 2,000. Would you take it after it closed above straight away after a bottom wick, or need a next? It really depends what kind of range we print here, or how we close above and what time it will be. We might close above, get a top wick, break down into the lows, and then we'll need the re-break of the top wick. You know what I mean? So we've seen that happen. See that came up, create that top wick, and never rebroke the low here. Got there, but never rebroke it. Got close. Probably caught a lot of people. Still take quick entries. Higher time frame, yeah. Lower time frame, not really. Yo, I don't know what they be putting in the kids' backpacks these days. But, like, my daughter's backpack is a good 20 pounds. 22 pounds. I was like, let me get it. Whoa. Expected that shit to be like an ounce or something. I mean, I know how much an ounce weighs, right? So I expected it to be like, all right. It's the last week of school. I don't know what they're doing carrying 20 pounds to school. How much subjects? She's got, I think, 6 or 7. And a laptop. And the charger from it. It's like bulky shit. It's crazy. Yearbook probably today, yeah, or tomorrow. Indoctrinating books be heavy these days? Nah. I teach them at home how to not bend to the will of their corporate masters by having their own opinions. You know how I used to go to school? One paper, one pen, fold this bitch up. I didn't have a book bag. I had a fanny pack, right? And I would go like this. It was a cool one though. I had a JanSport fanny pack, and I used to go like this. And I used to take the pen that I borrowed from somebody in school the day before, because you know the first day I show up, I don't have no pen. I even borrowed the paper, all right? But on the second day of school, I had a pen and a paper, and I would show up just like this to school. This was my entire... Don't lie to me, you didn't I just said I didn't have a pen. I didn't even have a paper. That was it. That's how I went to school. Yeah, every time I would show up, I swear it would be like the first... Remember the guy from The Matrix? Agent Smith? Every morning I'd walk in, and it would be like, Mr. Anderson. That's exactly how it would be. People at the Zoom door? Yes, we do. Ken Griffey. The calculator, word. I had that TI-89, bro. I had the Texas Instruments 89. You ain't fucking with the 89. Some people had the 92, I think. Them shits were numbered like Air Maxes. If you had the TI-89 and the Air Max 92s, you was a pimp in school. You had it good. Yeah. You know your parents weren't shopping in no Payless. You ain't showing up to school in no ponies. Remember the ponies? Yeah, I remember kids showing up with the calculator with the craziest games on there. You had Tetris, you had Snake. Like, damn. Had a pair of lugs. What are lugs? Remind me, I don't know what lugs are. What's lugs? Hold on, let me Google it. Oh, like Timberlands? Was that lugs? Yo, was that the Payless Tims? That's the Payless Tims, bro. Yeah. Nah, I never wore them, but a whole bunch of like Indian and Paki kids in my school did. That shit was big with them. You know why? Because right next to my school, like there was like there was a little Pakistani area, right? Not too far. And I swear there was a Payless store right there. And that's what happened. It wasn't even like that's what they preferred. They didn't even know any better. They just know, shit. You know, their parents, they're what, 10, 11 years old? All their parents know is like, hey, we got a store right here. We go outside, store on the corner. We go down the block, we got a store, right? We're not going to go fucking... Parents don't know. This shit looks good, it looks good. So, and then the kids would show up in school and just get fucking, you know, trolled the entire day. Dude, I showed up to school in some ponies. The very next day, I had to go and get some Reebok pumps. I had to. I couldn't be the new kid in school, off the boat, right? That's what they used to call you, OTB. Like if you had like a thick Russian accent, or if you had just a thick accent, you would show up in school and people like, oh, he's OTB. That's what they call you. It would be the worst. It would be the worst diss ever. The worst, like if they call you OTB, nobody wants to hang out with you. It was like having cooties. Like, oh, he's OTB. They called you fobs, fresh off the... No, they called us OTBs, off the boats. Yeah, you could not show up with an accent, and then like you couldn't be friends with anyone, right? That had an accent too. Like I learned English pretty quick, in like 2 weeks, no accent. And then and then everyone I'm friends with, word, ew, ESL. And then everyone I was friends with didn't know English, so right, because it was like the new kids band together, right? And everyone's from different places, everyone smells differently. But yeah, it was wild. Yeah, OTB, that's the diss off the boat. Damn, I haven't thought of that in mad long. It was just, it was a wild, elementary school was a wild mix of like sweat, curry, and cocoa butter. Yo, if you remember junior high when everybody started wearing cologne, it would be the wildest. I think everyone used to like in 7th grade. Everyone wears Aqua de Jo. Aqua de Jo. That was. No, we didn't have Axe back in the 1900s, bro. We did not have Axe. We had Axe in like 2002, 2003, something like that. Axe went crazy in like middle school. Yeah, freshman year, high school locker room was just a big Axe box. And remember, like, remember all the kids that had gym first period, and then the rest of the day they walk around sweat ball style, just fucking stinking up the fucking. You don't want to sit next to anyone who had gym first period. Because you can't go take a shower. It's like you're out there, you play 5-on-5 or whatever you do, you play ball, and then right away, you're like, fuck, next class. Bell rings, you got 2 minutes to get the next class, all fucking sweaty. And then so that's what they would do. They would fucking just axe themselves up, right? And then you get axed up, and then you smell like fucking bologna sandwiches that are seeping through your pores. It's terrible. And how would they give us, like, in school, like, that was breakfast. You'd show up in the morning and it would be a school cafeteria, and breakfast would be like pizza with chocolate milk. Like, what the fuck? How are we having this at 7 a.m. right now? It was normal, like, you didn't think much of it. Pizza, chocolate milk, 7 a.m. Shit. Send me to high school twice. Used to down that shit too. Who thought it was a good idea though? All right. So the hourly closed here. Wow. Broke these highs too, huh? Careful here. Held the support. Damn, so the old one was stealing money and the new principal came in and just segregated the shit out of you? Everybody had to use a different bathroom and shit? I really don't want to be in anywhere here. This is not pretty at all. This is just ugly. Very ugly at the moment. Too much chop. Karate! Chop! What do we need here? We need volume. We need the big man with a beard upstairs to intervene here. He said fuck off. $50? That's it? You were only able to get 50 out of this? Shame. 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 Tea biscuit. Tea and biscuits. Biscuits are just cookies, aren't they? Why don't you just call them cookies? Sea biscuits, it's a horse, right? Trade is toke. What time you off to go to peptides? I gotta be there at 12. It's like half-hour drive, so probably 11 be off, and 11:30 I'll be on my way. I'll be OMW. No, we haven't had a trade yet. No trade. They don't give it to you to self-administer. They do, but today will be my first time, and what I'm doing is I'm getting IV as well. So they're gonna do an IV with like a whole bunch of shit in it, like plus a pain medication in there, or a muscle relaxer. So once they're gonna do the IV, it's about a 25-30 minute thing, and then they're gonna teach me how to self-administer shots. And they're gonna, he said it's subcutaneous, so I gotta, it doesn't go in the muscle, it's gonna go in my stomach. Yeah. There's a lot of dudes in Miami who go to your crib. Like it's a big business here. Like a lot of peptide companies, they all make house calls. Yeah, but so I'm gonna go, but it's not gonna be the same IV that they use to like recover after a night of partying. You know what I mean? You took the vaccine? No. No. I was adamant on not taking it, and I made sure everybody I knew wasn't going to take it, except my pops did not listen, and he went on his own. Probably had a lot of complications from that too. I wouldn't be surprised if that had something to do with a stroke. Yeah, there's a lot of different peptides for different things, but I told them like what's going on, so they like, all right, we're gonna do these in this IV and these two peptides and this. Nah, I had to fly, and they require at that time, and they required they required proof that you got vaccinated. So I was like, I'm not gonna get vaccinated just to take a flight. Nah, this shit's gonna go away. I'll take a flight later. I'll drive if I need to. Still going on vacation to Europe this year. I'm supposed to, but I have a lot of things that I'm working on that might not let me, that I wasn't working on before, but I have, actually I can't tell you guys about it right now. Maybe Maybe later on, later in the year. Something for the community, something for everybody in general. Also, this shoulder pain is like, it set me back like a good month. This arm pain. To fill the wick here if it flips, huh? I'm skeptical of this. There's so many people that have sell stops here right now. Bearish slip of that candle. Can't do it. Can't do it. Morning, Tom. How we doing? Surviving. We surviving. When you in Amsterdam, make sure you give me a message, bro. Just hit him up. Be like, yo, what are you doing? It's like, that's me. No, literally. What are you doing? I'm here. Gonna eat a big burger and smoke a big blunt. Guy flies out all the way to Amsterdam and you're gonna fucking treat him to a burger place? You better go get some filet mignon. Chase it down with some champagne. So we'll eat burger. Still a burger. It's an infused burger. So then you need to have it, well, is it infused with cannabis that needs to be heated? Is it THCA? Because then you want that burger to come out fried. Can you guys make this shit just extra well done so it comes out with smoking on top? You know all that smoke that comes out from the steak when they bring it out? Nah, I want this shit just kept inside the fucking plate. And so I could just be... That's not weird. It's a cannabis infused burger. Can you guys not infuse it? Bring it on the side. Matter of fact, I want 3 sides and no burger. Fuck the burger. Just bring me the infusion stuff. Damn. Otani's back and he's fucking smacking home runs left and right. That's a scary man. All right, breaking up here. Gotta change the topic to candles, yeah. Got 90 seconds here. 90 seconds. Mic check. Mic check. Hear me? You guys hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Look at that. So did we respect here? Yeah, thank you. No, yeah, I could see that you guys hear me. We did. We did respect here. Close back above. I love it. Do we use break at the highs or flip? I think we're gonna have a buy stop here. Yeah, let's have a buy stop. It's gonna be probably break at the highs of the previous candle. Closed above the range. Did everything we wanted here. Now we got a bottom. If we don't break, it's not valid till it breaks that high because that's where it rejected. So buy stop. Go to 5. Was looking to see if we get a flip or to break at the highs. The break at the highs just kind of feels better to me because like if we had a steeper wick here to fill, maybe, but this is the area we've rejected, kind of created that resistance, so we'd want to break that area, right? The one that caused us to pull back to here. So we'd want to break that high to be sure we're heading there. But, right, and the rebreak of the highs here is only 10 pips. So if we get the break of this previous candle, gonna have a much easier time, I think, going up. Stops would be previous candle here, probably here, 32.91. Roughly 68 pip stop, something like that. Could get interesting. I mean, this is what we want to remember. We said this bearish closure does not necessarily mean we're going to head down. All this chop, there's a lot of supports here. There's a 15 here. Kind of close below and then right back above. Right? Pulled up off a strong hourly level, 4-hour level. Bounced off that 4-hour level. But that's not the rebreak of the 4-hour high. It's interesting. So it did everything we want, plus closed above the most recent, closed above the overall range. Why don't I need the bearish closure? We might even get it. We might get it, right? But we're 10 minutes from NYSE open here. I think we start breaking highs, we'll start pushing. Right after we've attempted to come back down here. Remember I said maybe see this little shoulder area. I mentioned it earlier. Shoulder, bounce, stop. We might see a bearish candle close here and then a break of that high. But now that we've attempted to come down in range here and failed, if we start breaking highs, yeah, everything's requirements are fulfilled. That's a good way of putting it. Right? Basically, the workflow of things that we wanted has played out. I think we even drew this bearish closure here and then still close up back above, which means it's created this range for us to use as a stop, as an advantage point. Counter trend, yes, but with volume and expecting this 4 hour to kind of do what we've done here. I think that would make sense. That's a good way of putting it. Requirements have pretty much been fulfilled. Everything we wanted has happened. So it's up to us to take advantage of it. What do you think about Nasdaq? I haven't looked at indices. Anybody looking at them? Are they moving? This would be amazing if this flips now, because it created the bottom wick, pulled up, created the top wick, and then broke the lows. If at this point it flips bullish, breaks highs, look at all this clean range to the left. We're gonna be looking to fill. Yeah, and if it closes back in range, man, no harm, no foul. If it closes bearish respecting 32.96, that would be incredible as well, because that would happen for 9:30, right? NYC open. Right? But if this starts breaking lows and flipping, this 30 starts flipping bearish, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to drive. A lot will depend on how this closes. This should get really, really interesting, because we can pull up, still close bearish, but above 32.96, and then we're continuing up. Comics open? No, Comics open was an hour ago. NYC open here in 8 minutes. As it's pushing up, we'll look at it later. But if it's pushing up, gold might come down here. You're off with your time zones today, or you're in a different country? Let's see how this closes. Like I said, if we get this bearish closure but still above 32.96, right, that means we're looking to trade the NYSE open candle, which means timing would fall in line perfectly, right? It would close just like we are right now, just a little bit above 32.96. Why was the flip not valid? Because here's the deal. Let me draw it out. If this candle gave you more range like this, I would look for a flip or to break at a current candle high, right? But it didn't. This gave you only about 10 pips to fill the wick, 10 pip advantage, right? And if this is the area you've rejected off to come back down and grab this bottom wick at that moment, or this bottom wick here, start coming up. This, once you start flipping, breaking highs, whatever it is, you can reject off this area again. So I want to be past it. I want to break it and make higher highs, higher lows. Once that starts happening, as you break and you're making a higher high, I want to be in there to fill this clean range, and actually this clean range. How many pips is that, right? To fill the previous wick, it's only what, 8 pips, 7 pips. But we want price to be above 32.96. I don't care how bullish, bearish, but like I said, if we close bearish, as long as it's above 32.96, right, like this, I'm still looking for these buys. Five minutes here. And shit, if it bounces up and starts driving up right now to close out and the 9:30 to close out the 9 a.m. 30-minute candle, at 9:30 you'll probably open up bullish. A few ways this can go. Alright, we got 5 minutes here. Give me a sec, I gotta go. Gotta go B. BRB. We might get it here. It might be happening. Will we get it? Will we get it? Closing below, but it did hold this area, right? Which is support. This one held this support. Wow, that is tough because that close respecting here, but if it starts breaking highs here, you still have a cellular play. It's so tough. I believe there's a chance we close above here and it'll be the same entry once we do close above here with that bottom wick. I also believe that because it's 9:30 NYC open, that if we start closing above here, we're not just going to get a closure. If we start coming up, we're going to break highs and push. That's the belief. The belief. And I think our stops would now become smaller because we can kind of use these stops. We'll see. I think for now it'll be previous candle and then eventually we'll move it to current candle. Yeah, really good bottom wick on a 30. It just, I need to re-break highs. Or we would just end up holding this. Right, but it's NYC open. There's volume. So let's see. Look in here. Lock it up. Lock it in. All right. We're activated. Activation nation. Let's see. May come up here. Let's set our stops. I think this will be here. This will be here. Debating because technically these stops should be good. Current candle, we'll see. This is just clean range to fill up here. We broke all these highs to the left. I think once we get to these partials, close partials on the live account, and I'm going to move stops to break even on the live account. I got to move stops. I move stops away from break even because I got to extend my TP here, and I moved them to the current candle low. Move stops to here. I haven't secured anything on the funded here. I closed over 60%, 70% of my position on the... You know what? Maybe we could secure some here. Limit sell 4 right there. Oh, don't do any more. Right there, right there, right there. Boom. So we got that hit. Stops to break even here. Right, and we're just looking for this to come up, and stops to break even on the live account as well here. So on the live account, I closed 4 out of the 6 positions. Yeah. now it's coming back. I really feel like it's going to tap and then come and go further. Push up, goddammit. Such clean range to come up. And it's NYC open. I'm not sure what it's waiting for. All right, you know what? I'm going to close full right there on the live. I'm going to close full right here. Boom. We're good. And if it hits this, it hits this. W. W. Fuck. I'm securing right here at this wick. This is where I secured. Right there. That wick. Because I know that wick was a heavy bounce up. So once we get back to it, we might see a heavy bounce down. If we don't, great. Fills the rest of the range. Amazing, which it should. But I secured full because I don't want to take the risk of, you know, losing 40 pips for an extra. How much? For an extra 30. We're good. Congrats, everybody. Technically, this should come up tap these areas, but I think that was good enough. Good enough for us. My partial level was this right here, this wick. But I closed it a bit earlier. If you saw, I moved it a bit down. I don't like this. You see the blue line? That wick? That's the only reason I closed full here. I think over here we might see a pullback, which is kind of what we're seeing right now. Overall, I believe this should drive through, but I think this pullback can come down here and then push it up. Right? We might see a bottom wick on the next candle. But NYC open, remember, this is literally what we just spoke about 45 minutes ago. Remember 8:45 setting up here? And I said timing. Timing. All about timing. Because when you set up and it's time to drive, the market will just take you to where you need to go. $9:30 volume time. That's when it broke. We had these at 9:20 here, buy stops. We said 8:45 candle is not the candle that's likely to drive when you're in a chop. Once you get out of the chop and you have clean range and the timing falls in line. 9:30 might have positions. It's exactly what happened. I took it on the flip, wasn't heavy drawdown, stupid move for me. I told you, because you're valid here on the break of highs. That's the level that rejected to bring you back down. You want to break that level clearly again, create a higher high. Congrats. Jay, how many pips was that? So I could update the record.
Good morning. You got exactly 31 pips on the live account.
Perfect. So you guys saw minus 800 here was the 17 pip loss from yesterday, 18 pip loss, and then back to green, back to green. So we secured over here, right? We came up to this level and we said security, and it secured us over here. That's what happens when you're the owner of the club. You can call security, right? And you run your club. You can secure your own positions. Hire some bodyguards, make sure they don't come back to break even, right? Read my question above. If it was not NYC open, would you have leave your order in because of that bearish candle closure back in range? Probably not. Probably not. But I understand if with volume we start coming up here and I do see a level here. And remember how the market mirrors the way it came down. It usually, that's the way it'll come up. So that's what I'm looking at. I looked at the market. Tap this area. Bring it down, right? So after tapping this, so the same thing here. Tap this area. We tap this. That's what brought us up. The same way it comes down is usually the same way it comes up. So that was the level that I was wary of, but you needed a closure above here. We didn't get it, but we respected this area, and NYC open. If you're pushing, you're going to push with volume. Look at that. We didn't really fill the range. This is exactly what I was talking about. This wick, and here it pulled up further. It got to that wick. But that's the area that can bring you down. So I wasn't going to risk, you know, these little 20, 30 pips from an area that's highly likely to bring you back down. See the previous support that held with a wick and rejected up can do the same thing here with resistance. Tap that area and bring you back down heavy. And look, it actually did exactly that. It brought us back down to entry. Would have taken a Sao B and now pushing back up here. Owner privilege, exactly. Yeah, security and my neighbors are crying because I got Austin racing exhaust. Yo, I had a Two Brothers straight pipe on my Jigsaw 750. And yeah, I had a full exhaust and a straight pipe. Dude. I used to park my shit in an indoor garage. Every single 100% of the car alarms would go off in there. 100% of the car alarm. There wasn't a single car whose alarm would not go off. Consistency is based on daily profit. Yeah, daily. I'm up only $1,500 on a day. Or no, it's $1,000 on the day. It's the other. And then I'm up like 1,000 on the live, so 2K day. Single trades, YOLO your mom's 401k. That's one way to ruin a Thanksgiving dinner. Or make it better. I don't know. Honestly, drop some likes, chat. Go join the free Discord and drop some likes for that trade. Drop a like, sub to the channel, turn on your notifications. This way you know when we're on, right? So YouTube can tell you, hey, wake the fuck up. Stop playing Fortnite. Wix Night is on. Set your notifications on, turn your phone to vibrate, and it'll shake the shit out of you whenever we're hopping on here. But that's all I ask of you, right? Just drop a like and sub to the channel. We're trying to grow this community. I'm trying to get to 100K subs so I can have a little YouTube plaque so my kids can call me a YouTuber, right? Let's go. This means a lot. I want a YouTube plaque behind me. Honestly, it's the only reason I'm streaming. It's not really for the value. I just want a YouTube plaque behind me. Right. So if you guys can play a role in that, let's go. I mean, a nice W. Yeah, we're like 2 subs away from 26.8. After 100K subs, you're leaving us? If after 100K subs, I'll do a 24-hour stream. If we get 100K subs, I'll do it. Shit, I'll do a 24-hour stream when we get to 50K subs. We'll do all 3 sessions. We'll stream all day. We get to 50K subs, 24-hour stream. We'll trade Asian, London, and New York. It would be sick, yeah. It would be sick to get to 50K subs first. You did that Monday when you traded all 3 sessions? Live with JP, 50K sub special. Yeah, there's definitely going to be other traders on that stream. I can't sit there for 24 hours. I invite people. But the YouTube goal is the plaque. YouTube plaque. Yeah, share your stream. Share this stream so we get more subs. You forgot to sleep. That happens once in a while. Wait, we got to update the record. Was that win 499? Right? Yeah, that was win number 499. Damn. Win number 500 coming right up. Yeah, see, it would have took us out if we left it. So good closure here. Good close upstairs. It's a 15 right here. Yeah, the 15 just closed. You'd expect a bottom wick and a ride up. But I personally would rather set up again. I would rather come down here to 32.96 and form a support. Maybe not even 32.96, because can we say now that with the more recent price action, this is the level? Right, just based on the most recent price action. 14 minutes here for the hourly close. Yeah, honestly, I'd rather wait for the hourly. Look at this area here where we are on the 30. You'd want a closure here, and waiting for a closure on the 30, that's the hourly as well. And that's also the 4-hour closure for us. Look at this 4-hour. Next 4-hour can make a bottom wick continue up. There's a lot of room to correct here. But we see this as a 4-hour level as well, right? So you can tap that area and boom, retest to the lows incoming. Right? Like, to me, this right now, right, it's a pullback for the higher time frame to retest the lows. Until we start closing above the higher time frame levels, then I'd say, all right, we're in for a correction of this move down. For now, we can see a rejection here. This would have been the pullback, and then we're retesting the lows again. Probably want more closures, either up at 33.06 or 32.97 here. I don't want to act on it mid-range. Get 500 on this stream. I will get it whenever it sets up again. If it happens this stream, great. If it happens next stream, great. But we'll wait for it to set up. Not going to take it just because we need win number 500. When do you say flip entries are valid? It's situational, and typically with a steep wick. When we're filling a previous candle, steep wick with volume. Like, I'll do the news trade we had. I think last week was a flip candle, right? We saw the news. So the news push. Do this, and then on the very next 5 minutes as it pulled back, I had it on the flip because with volume, the flip, it left a lot of range to fill. Like it gave us a good advantage point on the wick fill. Oh, it's the spit song. Hold on, we gotta change this. There we go. Have you done one buy trade? Yes, we just took a trade like half hour ago. No, what am I saying? 20 minutes ago we were in a trade. See, these blue lines are rejection areas from where we can reject heavy. Like, we can just bounce off that area. And that's what happened down here, and that's what happened up here. And it's not that specific price point. It's an area, right? It's area. There's orders somewhere in this area. What a great closure here. I think at this point we really have to judge what we're doing based on the higher time frame candles, because those are the candles that are closing, right? The hourly, the 4 hour is going to close. That's the best data we have available to us. So we got to use that to our advantage, right? The highest time frame closure we have during the session, the 4 hour, happening right now. But you see, it's kind of coming back down into the chop that we wanted to stay out of, right? Cleared this out, grabbed all those orders, and back into this choppiness that we don't want to be in. We want to be in something like this, right? We want to be in something like this, or not in these wicks, but the clean drives. What's to the left here? $30 hourly 15, that's a solid level. We should technically ride through here if we get down there. Yeah, I'm a bit skeptical about trading the 97 to 86 here, but we'll see how it sets up. Might break down nicely. Right, because you might get a bearish 4 hour here. A weak bearish 4 hour, but still bearish. At that point, if you create a steep top wick here, maybe 3301, and then start flipping bearish on the 4 hour, you can literally just use the 4 hour candle and it stops, which would be under 100 pips, 80 pips. This can get interesting, right? Bearish closure here is likely to bring us down on the next candle. Why do I want a steep? I don't want a steep top wick, but that would be the prerequisite for a flip entry. Oh, on the next 4 hour? It's a 4 hour candle. I'd want it steep, but I don't want it to break the previous 4 hour. Right? So if we were able to come up to rejection areas around 3301, that would be lovely. Right, tap these areas and you don't have a bottom wick. You're coming down at least here. Your advantage point is that wick. It's about 30 pips. And then the rest of the wick. But right now the 4 hour is back to bullish. You see it's this little area here. Hasn't made the decision here, up or down, but it would be interesting if this low breaks. It's rejecting that choppy range. Yeah, well, it's bullish again, right? But what do we use? This line or this line? Okay, that was weird. Why did that just sign me out? We respect it? Nah, we disrespect it. Five minutes here. I think I got time to do the damn thing. Just real quick here. All right. 4-hour incoming. Oh, this chop is so ugly. Right, had this not been here, like if this was like this, I would love to trade in here, but there's all this chop in here, all those wicks. Five seconds here. First thing it did was come down. This is your, remember I said this is your advantage point, that wick down there. Over here, 24 pips now. Kind of filled it. Push up. You can also re-break this low. Another 20. Yeah, this is back into this choppiness. A little more difficult to read. Technically, it could come down to the bottom of the range on the break of this low, but we don't have a top wick, so at any moment we could also flip and start driving heavily up, and that's not a game I'm willing to play. So, right. Oh, there it goes. So, as I was going to say, I'll let this play out, right? If anybody want to take advantage of it there, great, go ahead. But this can fucking flip and drive up heavy. Problem is when we open up here and no top wick, we don't know where we're gonna bottom out, right? We're gonna respect this, or we're gonna respect this. We're gonna respect this, or we're just gonna break down, tap this area. We don't know how steep that bottom wick will be. We just understand that this might flip bullish heavy. That was a 4 hour. Not touching it? Yeah, I'm not touching this either. We're gonna wait for a cleaner setup. Like this is not the time where you're like, oh, the trade's falling in my lap. That first one, yeah, timing, everything set up, closures. Right now, not really. You're gonna call it, going to the gym, then tan on the beach, then watch Gladiator 2 with a nice home cooked meal and a glass of. Life isn't about enjoying this one. God bless. Christ King. All right, what a W. Go ahead, Jay. That's great. That's amazing. Enjoy your day, bro. Trade to live. The hype man's gone. Wow. There he goes. My hero. Well, spend time with family, so important, yeah. Go ahead. Got the dubs. Time to go. This was a good break of the lows, but like I said, we needed a top wick here. No top wick, you'd expect to still come up and make one. Decisions, choices. Well, you're better off having a choice than not being allowed to make a decision. It is what it is. Bougie, Eddie, and Mr. Cedric McCaw. Look out for your accounts tonight. You should be receiving your. Those are the last 3 funded account winners, 250Ks and 125K. You guys should have them by tonight. Sean, but tonight those are top 1 futures accounts. Same type of account that we have here. Top 1 futures. Those are one step challenge. Alright, so take advantage of them. I think both Eddie and Bougie are like multiple time winners. Eddie for sure. I'm not sure about Bougie. You forgot to type your real name, so I need for you to accept my message. Yeah, didn't I respond to you? Pretty sure I responded to you. If I didn't, I'll do it right after stream. If I have 2 different sized top 1 futures instant funded accounts, am I able to copy trade them with different lot sizes somehow? I'm not 100% sure. Can somebody answer that? I'm not sure. I don't know. I want to say yes, and it'll be like relative, right? Can you even copy trade 2 accounts? Yeah, you can copy trade 2. You can copy trade up to 3. You can copy trade 3 accounts on top 1 futures. So you can technically go get instant funded, 3 instant fundeds, right? 450K in funding instantly, and get it at 55% off right now, right? No challenge, just almost $500,000 in instant funding, right? So trade right away. I mean, your first payout on 450K instant would be like 20 grand, right? Just for you to get paid out. So if you're getting paid out, if you're getting your very first payout, and you're copy trading 3 150K, yeah. Macaw. Macaw. Remind me of that Seagull commercial. Yeah, top 1 futures is nice. Use code WIX. You get 55% off. Never mind that banner you see at the top. 50% off. 55% off. You guys been waiting for this. That 5-minute rule. Everyone's been. The industry's been waiting for them to get rid of the 5-minute rule. Finally gone. And I like Project X. I like this shit. It's very user friendly, very intuitive. Yeah, no 5-minute rule, game changer. The fact that they're using Project X here is dope. It's more intuitive than my trading view. Just like it's faster, it's more responsive. It's really gone? Yeah, no 5-minute rule. So top1futures.com right there. Use code WIX. Sorry, Jay dipped, so I got to do the promotion today. To be honest, we have no shortage of Jays. I mean, one J dips, the next J replaces them. Candles here on Project X move smoothly. Yeah, look at it. It's trading view, but better than trading view. Tipping for work, up 115 pips each account after trading all 3 sessions. W Bougie. Is that Bougie? I think so. Coming back up. Would I take buys if we close above the yellow line again? It would have to be a clear closure. Like it would have to set up. We need stops. We need stops. Any closure above here is a 130 pip stop for a slight closure above. So it's a lot of chop here. This, and you see, if we know wicks are ranges, this whole shit's a range. This whole shit's a range. Ipso facto, this entire fucking area is a range. Right? We got to get out of this range. Chop City. Like, you don't want to trade this. Like I said before, you want to trade this. You want to trade what's down here. It's clean range down there. Five-minute rule is on the Forex side. On the future side, there is no 5-minute rule. It's a 10-second rule. On the future side, it's 10 seconds, which ain't shit. Can't even microwave a hot dog in 10 seconds. That's fast. Some of you glizzy gobblers be doing that shit. You can't make a proper glizzy without some glizzy water, all right? You can't, the only way to make a proper hot dog is buy a pack of hot dogs, buy a pack of buns, buy one of them hot dog stands from New York that they be sitting in Times Square or in every corner, and then use all their equipment to make a hot dog. That's how you make a hot dog. You gotta throw it in that water. You gotta have some sauerkraut on the side that's like dripping all over all the lids, all the metal lids. If you're not making a hot dog like that, you're not really making a hot dog. RFK banned glizzy water? No way. That shit was healthy. Why? Executive order? Well, I didn't know about that. So you're legally not allowed to do that now? Do you have to fry them? There's no way they close down every hot dog stand in New York. There's no way. I'm sure they're not grilling them now. If they grilling them, that shit is halal. It's a halal hot dog. If you see them grilling the shit. Love the dogs. I love how they be opening up gourmet hot dog spots everywhere, right? I got like a whole bunch of gourmet hot dog spots around me. I'm like, there's nothing gourmet about a hot dog. That's survival food. I know all about it. I know all about survival food. Hot dogs, cup of noodles, probably cook them in the same water. Yo, don't let me cook your food, bro. Keep wicks away from the grill. Can eat an eighth of shrooms in 10 seconds? Yeah, but how long would it take to get out of your system? Like 10 days. An eighth of shrooms, that's at least a weight. Bro, that's... Who's got a day and a half to throw away? Me, when? Where? You guys aren't too far from each other. You guys are like a 10-minute drive from each other, by the way. He said me, when? Eddie out there like, pick me. Pick me. Took like 6 grams of shrooms back like 5 years ago and you're still feeling it. Still feeling it. This guy over here 5 years later. So when does this shit stop, yo? And why is there a leprechaun in my room for the last 3 weeks? What time you going off? Probably around 11. I'm here through the hour. I remember my first trip. I went to Young Thug, and he's been my favorite rapper ever since. Story time. No top wick there on that 15. Be careful. You know what I want to do though, chat, before I forget? While we're here, I mean, we're chilling, right? We got another like half hour, 40 minutes in the session. Yo. Spam some dubs if you got a W today. If you had a profitable session with us, spam some dubs in the chat. Let's fucking go. Let's do a little marketing. Amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Did a little marketing. Did a little marketing over there. At least I don't throw ads in here, right? At least there's no commercials in here. Time for another obscene profit timeout. Click, hit them with an ad. Let's see if they work. You know what? I've never done this. Let's see if an ad works. Insert ad. Did y'all get an ad? Anybody get an ad? Running ads is crazy. Not for me up here. You got a premium. I wonder what kind of ad. Did anybody get one? I wonder what ad they run during my stream. What did YouTube? If anybody got an ad, can you tell me what kind of ad it was? Like, what did YouTube run during my stream? There was a Mamba FX ad during my ballpark hot dogs. That would make sense. So, anybody got an ad? Realistically? Oh, you're right. It's probably what they look for. Anybody got like feet pics? Share them. Jamaica getaway. All right. Getaway from who? You already signed up with Alex GG? Yeah. That's where your money goes, GG. That guy's a marketing machine. He's good. He's very good. It's hard to knock that part of the business. You can't. It is what it is. But it's a different world. Like there's a different it's a different respect I have for the guys that are actually live streaming every day, right? The guys doing this in front of an audience daily versus the guys that are just posting their results. It's really it's a different animal. Volume's kind of quieted down here. Easy Toys. Pelosi FX. Pelosi's Picks. Yo, if she had a show called Pelosi's Picks, I would have a copy trader for the show. She's honestly a better trader than all of us. I mean, results speak for themselves, right? Hunter Biden was a spokesperson for a rehab and nah, I had Joe Biden doing an ad for visiting angels. Insider info for the W. Oh yeah. Gang, how did we lose 4 subscribers on stream today? How? Which one of you is unsubscribed for today's win? How did we get a W and 4 of you unsubscribe? I got 4 less subs now than I did when the stream started. YouTube fucking with me. Unban me. It definitely shadow banning me. That's disrespectful. Straight up, what did they want me to do? Be more relatable? We should have took a L. Unsubbed when the Glizzy Water Convo came up. I thought that was the driving topic today. I thought that was really where the interaction happened today. That's where most of the talk was. Other than that, you guys were pretty quiet. Yeah, if I look at the stream interactions, time-wise, the Glizzy topic snapped in the chat. You know what really pops off when I ask people where they're from? That pops off. Then you get like a lot of interaction. Yo, can you guys start an argument in chat for no reason? Go. Go. Stay toxic, my friends. Let's go. ICT sucks. You fresh off the boat. Yeah. Make America the 12th province? Nah. Tanya trades us the code. You're gonna get banned right now. Pineapple on pizza? Blasphemy. Fillet mignon is the best well done. Lamine Yamal is better than Messi and Ronaldo. Liverpool's going to repeat as champs next year, too. You can get shredded by just eating McDonald's and rationing it. You see the dude running people over after Liverpool win? Yeah, I read about that. Didn't he kill a bunch of people? Wow, gold here. 30 closing. What are you doing? $17 injured. That's wild. Did you guys see this shit yesterday in England? They did the cheese roll. They're showing the shit on First Take right now. These motherfuckers are running down a hill after a chunk of cheese, and they're doing fucking backflip from. There's a concussion. There's a broken arm. There's a concussion and a broken arm. There's a dead guy. It's like 3 dead guys laying down middle of the hill. It's so wild. Why are they on Sports Center? Damn. They should be on like the Down Syndrome channel. CTE, the CTE channel. Yo, this cheese roll is crazy. They're doing like quadruple backflips, just chasing a piece of cheese down a hill. It's the only event where 90% of the field is ending up at the same emergency room. Yeah, it's like an 80-degree hill. It's wild. It's straight down. Gulf of America. That's right. You're gonna fucking set this chat on fire right now. Toga chat. There's been Toga price action for the last hour. I don't know. She built like a Michael. She built like a Mike Tyson. You seen her back? Y'all leave the Husseins alone, man. Y'all leave Michelle and Barack Hussein Obama alone. She looking like Raphael. Didn't all the Ninja Turtles look the same, just a different color headband? Yeah, purple's her color. You're right. If anything, she looked like Master Splinter. Michael the Rat. I don't know what we're doing here, chat. There's no positions here. This looks like ass and feet. This is trash. This is terrible price action. I'm thinking of calling it here. This has been a really, really difficult candle to watch here. Yeah, we held, but can we break? If we break, we're gonna have to have a drive, and then another range formed. Best to call it a week. We just started. Hold on. What day is it? 27th or 28th, 29th. So Friday, technically the last day of this week will be the last day of this month. And then summertime. Summertime. And the living's easy. Wow, damn near 50% of the year. Half a year gone just like that. When's the best time to trade gold? When there are catalysts for volume. When are there catalysts for volume? London session, New York session, session opens, session closes, and COMEX and NYSE and red folders and Papa Trump tweets. I've been here in ages, but I haven't done Vo. He also hasn't been here in ages. Keep forgetting to remind you to change bitrate. Yes. Please. I actually started the stream today and then I saw it. I was like, oh, damn. I got to do it before I pull up the actual stream. Yeah, definitely text me, DM me. I think he's talking about months or the quarter. You want to trade historically, for me personally, quarter 2 and quarter 4 have been the best. The middle of the year, right? Months like April, May, June, and October, November, December have historically been my best months. August has historically been my worst month of the year for the last 3-4 years. Last year, August, I think was my only red month. Either August or September, I don't remember. Yeah. Oh, now that we're pushing, I was gonna say, yeah, let's call it. No, this fucking thing is pushing up. Yeah, it's gonna need a lot more to happen. We have this most recent area. I think we can technically look for something like that. But you'd want a closure above the most recent as well. So maybe if you can start closing above here and then form a support at that area, not just an immediate buy off that area, closure above support. This way the 4 hours re-breaking its own high at that moment. I could be doing it right now, but I'm gonna need a closure above that most recent area. So if I take a position, we will call it in the signal channel. All right, so if you're part of the signal channel, stay locked in. I'm probably home till 11:30 before I go to my peptide therapy. And yeah, we're looking for a closure above, establish this as a support, and off we will go. It might push heavy immediately. If it pushes heavy, you're looking for a pullback and to establish some kind of support to start retesting the highs. All right, so that's what I'll leave you guys with. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Zoom gang, see you guys in the clubhouse side of things. Mods, thank you for helping me run the stream. As always, appreciate you guys coming through here. Appreciate the conversation. Signal channel, stay locked in till probably 11:30. After that, I just won't be here. I'm looking for this to close up in our favor. And yeah, congrats everybody on the W. If you're waiting on the funded account that you won, you guys should have it by tonight. Macaw. I'll respond to you in a little bit. Today, obviously. And Bougie, Eddie, wait for your accounts tonight. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. All right, appreciate you guys spending this lovely Tuesday morning with me. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another New York session is in the books. Don't overtrade, don't overleverage. Wait for your positions to land in your lap. Right? Let it come to you. Don't force it. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Later.